Well, now let's continue, students. You are going to learn about some different topics. One of them is going to be the causative. What is the use of the causative and how do we use it every day in our lives? So this is really easy. The causative is used when somebody does an activity for us. It means that we have an arrangement for somebody else to do the activity or the action for us. Yeah, it's for example, when we said in Spanish, me corté el pelo, right? It doesn't mean that you took the scissors and start to cut your hair yourself. No, somebody else does it. But this is the expression that we use in Spanish, right? Me corté el pelo. But we can say that in English like that because it's going to be an interference. If we want to translate these expressions as are said in English, it is going to be an interference. No, there is a rule that we use in order to say this in English, right? And this topic is called the causative. Look at the structure that you have to use and the way that we have to transform the sentences into the causative because also they have a role. Sebastian, read about it, please.
Yes, teacher. The causative. We use have plus object plus verb in past participle to say that we have arranged for someone to do something for us. Example, Kevin is having his throat examined by the doctor.
Now listen and repeat.
Kevin is having his throat examined by the doctor.
Please, everybody repeat.
Kevin is having his throat examined by the doctor.
Okay, but I said everybody, come on, I didn't listen to everybody. You're going to listen again and repeat.
Kevin is having his throat examined by the doctor.
Come on, everybody. Activate microphones and repeat.
Kevin is having his throat examined by the doctor.
Very well. Excellent. Now, the next one. If you notice, the action is being done by somebody else. Who can tell me another example like this? Think about a member of your family or your friend or someone who is an artist, a singer. Come on, tell me.
I I have my hair cut by my mom.
I have my hair cut by my mom. Very well. Yes, excellent. Somebody else? Talking about, for example, your breakfast, no? In this moment, maybe mom is cooking. So how can you set this in this way? I'm gonna say an example. Well, it's not right, it's not real, but it's an example. My mom is cooking my breakfast. My mom is cooking my breakfast. Yeah. Now I'm gonna transform this like the causative. I am having my breakfast cooked. Yeah. In the causative, it is different. I'm gonna use this tense that is the present continuous, right? I am having my breakfast. This is going to be the object, my breakfast, and the verb in past participle, cooked, right? I'm having my breakfast cooked. Now think about another activity that you have like an arrangement. Who wants to speak? Come on, you can do it.
It could be like when you are in the public transport and you are saying like, yeah, I'm driving to the place now. Or you are not driving, it's the person of the public transport that is driving to you to let you near of your compromise or your date.
The appointment, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. This is when somebody does the action for you. For example, how could you say in English, me está arreglando el carro, for example. If you notice, I use the present continuous, right? Because I said, me están arreglando. Tell me, try to say it. Don't worry, if you have a mistake, it anything.
The car.
I am? No, because you're going to say I am. You have to use this structure, right? I am.
Okay.
I am.
I am having
Yeah.
service.
No, what is the object? No, what is the object?
The car.
Excellent. Again, continue. Repeat again. I am.
I am.
Yes.
I am.
You're right. Having.
I am having.
Yeah.
The car.
Or. And what is the verb that you have to use in past participle?
Fixing.
Fix. No, what is the past participle of fix?
Past participle. Yeah. Fixed.
Fixed. Now, excellent. Say it complete, please.
I am having the car fixed.
Excellent. Do you got it?
Yeah, teacher.
You said the situation that is in progress. You can use the causative in all the tenses. That's why it's important to identify all the tenses and all the structures of each tenses, right? But the most important, just memorize it. Keep it in your mind. This is the structure of the causative. Always have object and the verb in past participle, right? As you said before, I am having my car fixed. The way that we said in Spanish, me están arreglando el carro. Yeah? You are not doing the action. Somebody else is doing it for you. Okay? Now, think about the example that I have already said. Tell me more examples, students. You can do it. Go ahead. Think about the situations that you have every day. For example, when you said, me plancharon la camisa, y me llevaron a la escuela, right? Arreglaron el refri. Think about it and try to express yourself.
I am having the cell phone how do you say como like servicio hacia el celular, like to check that the cell phone is working well. It's like service.
No, in this case, it's better to say reviewed because everything is going to be checked. So you have to use the verb review in past participle. Review.
I am having the cell phone reviewed.
Yeah. Very well.
I am having my hair cut.
Excellent. You're doing well. Somebody else, come on. Try to, Laura, I don't listen to you. Yamile, try to speak. Come on, go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna say this sentence. Well, the situation, talking about, imagine that your fridge doesn't work and you have a lot of food. And in this moment, somebody is fixing this. How can you say that? Talking about the fridge, I mean the refrigerator. How can you say that? You're going to start saying, I am. What more else? Look at the structure. Yeah, excellent. Having what? What is the object that I mentioned?
Could you repeat the sentence, please?
Yeah. In this moment, I have a huge problem because my fridge doesn't work and I have a lot of food. The fridge, the refrigerator. So, tell me, I'm having what? What is the object?
The fridge.
Excellent. The fridge. I'm having the fridge. What is the verb in past participle that you can use? I'm having the fridge. What?
Fixed or repaid.
Yeah, you can use fixed. Yeah. Fixed. I'm having the fridge fixed. Very well. Somebody else is doing the action for you. You got it. It's easy, don't worry. This is part of speaking that we use every day in our language, but we don't know how to express it in English. But it's easy, really, it's a piece of cake, believe it. Look at this part. Also, you have here questions and negations in the causative. Look at the way that they are formed. In this case, we use the auxiliaries do or does in the present simple or did in the past simple, plus again the structure, have, object, and the verb in past participle, right? Have, object, and the verb in past participle. Laura, read the example, please.
Did John have his breast treated by a doctor?
Excellent. Now listen and repeat.
Did John have his rash treated by a doctor?
Now repeat it, Laura.
Did John have his rash treated by a doctor?
Yeah, listen carefully, Laura, and repeat it.
Did John have his rash treated by a doctor?
Repeat again, Laura.
Did John have his rash treated by a doctor?
Excellent. Very well. Okay. So this is a question, right? This is a question. Try to make up a question similar like this if you want. But try to think about one. Come on, students. Who said me, teacher, first?
Did you have the car washed?
Excellent. Good. Somebody else, come on. Who else? Who else? Think. Try to think the situations that happen to you every day in your life. As Vanessa said, did you have your car washed? Te lavaron el carro. So come on, think about these kind of situations.
Did you have your lunch cooked?
Excellent. Good. Well done. Somebody else. Think about your life. Sebastian, Laura, Zurita, come on. Laura, another example, please, because time goes by.
Did you have your homework done?
Did you have your homework done? Did you have your homework done? Repeat again, Laura.
Did you have your homework done?
Okay, good. I hope no, right? Because homework has to be made by yourself. Yamile, another one. Abril, another. Sebastian, come on. you can use the verb iron, the verb could, the verb cook. So different verbs, come on. Treat.
Did you have the clothes ironed?
Excellent. Repeat again, please.
Did you have the clothes ironed?
Yeah, the clothes of your clothes iron. Excellent. You are doing really well. Surita, I don't listen to you. Come on.
Did you have your did you have your bed done?
Okay. Made. Yeah,
Make. Yeah.
made. Very well. And Sebastian, you're going to be the last one. Come on, another example.
Okay. Okay. Let me.
Yeah.
Teacher, how can I say in English tema de exposición?
Topic for exposition.
Okay. Uh, 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 the Jamile have his topic for exposition finished before the class start?
Okay, maybe if somebody else is going to do it for her, that's okay. Okay, good. Now let's continue. We also use the causative to express that something unpleasant or unexpected happened to somebody. The situations that happen every day here in Mexico City, right? And also in Mesa City, every day we face these situations. And this is the way that you have to express these situations. So, Jamile, please read the example.
Ron, see, the example. Yes,
The example, please.
Ron had his wallet stolen while he was talking on his mobile phone.
His mobile phone. Very well. Listen carefully and repeat, please.
Ron had his wallet stolen while he was talking on his mobile phone.
Now repeat again, please.
Ron had his wallet stolen while he was talking on his mobile phone.
Very well. Think about your neighbors or the situations that happen around your neighborhood. The situations that you have ever seen. And try to say some examples about them. Some seconds. And start, Surita. Come on, Surita, start.
Okay. You have how do you say atropellar?
Crash.
Crashed? Okay. You had your dog crashed while you were working at home.
Well, in this case, it's better to say run over. Run over. Yeah, run over.
What is run over?
Run over. The verb that you said, atropellar. It's better to say.
Yeah.
When you said that. Again, repeat it again, please.
You had your dog run over while you were working at home.
Very well. Yeah, because you didn't do the action. Very well. Okay, somebody else. And this is something that is an unpleasant or unexpected. Yeah, good. Come on, students, somebody else. Think about the situations that happen in your neighborhood. For example, the most common situation, le secuestraron a su hermano, ¿no? So how can you set that? You can say, my neighbor had, and what is the second part of this? My neighbor had
His brother kidnapped.
kidnapped. Excellent. Repeat complete, Sarita.
My neighbor has his brother kidnapped.
Yeah, very well. Situations that happen with cars, for example. Think about it. Come on, Yamile, Vanessa, Laura, Sebastian.
And in the part, well, in that context, you could use like chocar the of cards, crash.
In that context, you can use crashed, right?
Okay, so it could be Sebastian has his car crashed.
Excellent. Yeah, he didn't do that. Maybe the car was parked on the street and somebody else crashed. Very well.
My neighbor has had his tire stolen
Excellent.
while he was staying in his house.
While he was staying in his house. Excellent. Good. Repeat complete, please, Vanessa.
My neighbor had his tire stolen while he was staying in his house.
Staying in his house. Staying.
Staying in his house.
Excellent. Good. Yamile and Laura, somebody else? Another, please.
My mom had the traffic lights passed while she was driving.
No,
I
because the situation wasn't done by her. No, so for example, you can say, talking about a situation, an unpleasant situation or an unexpected situation that happened to her. Maybe you can talk about that she had a window broken, ¿no? And you can say in Spanish, le rompieron un vidrio. My mom had her window's car broken, right? Another one, Yamilet. Or somebody else, come on, another one.
The street has had ¿cómo se dice coladeras, teacher? What's the meaning?
How do you say?
How do you say coladeras?
Strainers. Strainer in singular, strainers in plural. Strainers.
Strainer, float.
Stolen. Okay.
Float.
Okay, good. Yeah, the situations that we have also here in Mexico City. Very well. Okay. Now let's continue. We also use the causative, and we can use also the verb get instead of the verb have. But remember that this is just an informal conversations. What is the difference between have and get? Have is more formal and get is less formal. Yeah, that is the difference because the use is the same. Is the same. It doesn't have any difference. Yeah. Diane gets her teeth checked every 6 months. Listen.
Diane gets her teeth checked every 6 months.
Okay, do you understand this sentence, students? Remember, this activity is done for somebody else to her. She doesn't open her mouth and start to take a mirror and look at her teeth herself. No. Somebody does the action. In this case, who performed the action? Who? Who is he?
The dentist.
The dentist, and that's it. Yeah. And it's the same, remember, what is the difference between get and have? I have already said.
Have is more formal than get.
Yeah, that is the difference. And that's it. So let's continue, students. Let's see how well you understood the topic. Look at this part. Look at the examples and read them, please. Laura. Jenny?
Jenny is putting a bandage on her leg, and Ryan is having a bandage put on his arm.
Excellent. And if you notice, you have here again the structure. Have, object, and the verb in past participle. Have, object, and the verb in past participle. Right? It's the same. Look, what is the difference? Jenny is putting a bandage on her leg. And what is the difference with this one? Tell me. Look at the difference between this and in this one.
In the first one, she's putting to herself the bandage, and in the second one, a doctor is putting to Ryan the bandage.
Exactly. In the second one, somebody else is doing the activity or the action for somebody else. Good. Sebastian, read this example.
Maggie had a cake made yesterday. He had his eyes checked last Friday.
And it's the same. You follow the same rule. The verb have, the object, and the verb in past participle have, object, and verb in past participle, right? So let's continue. Look at this part. We are going to rewrite the sentences in the causative, like the example that you have here. Please read the example, Vanessa.
The milkman brings us fresh milk.
Brings us.
Bring us fresh milk.
Excellent.
We have fresh milk brought to us.
Exactly. So identify. We are talking about us, right? So what is the subject pronoun? We. According to the structure, we're going to use have because it's not third person. This is the singular person. Yeah, we have. Now, what is the object? Fresh milk. And what is the verb? Bring. And the verb must be in the past participle. Brought to us. Got it? Please, students, open the chat and write down the correct answer in the second one. Read the example, please, Laura.
Mr. Thomas mended Jack's parachute.
Parachute, yes. Mended. Mr.
Okay,
Thomas mended Jack's parachute. So open the chat, students, and write down what is the answer using the causative, of course. If you have a question, tell me. Mended is a synonym of fixed, right? It's the same of fixed. Five seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send your answer, please. Identify the subject according to the subject, have or has. Now identify the object and the verb in past participle. Come on, you can do it. Okay. Jack have his parachute mended by Mr. Thomas. Okay, this is sent by Can you read your answer, Martinez Rodriguez, please? Jamile?
Yes. Jack have his parachute mended by Mr. Thomas.
Sebastian, read your answer.
Yes. Jack has his parachute mended by Mr. Thomas.
Vanessa, read your answer.
Yes, teacher. Mr. Thomas have just parachutes mended.
Parachute. And
Parachutes mended.
Laura, read your answer.
Jack have a parachute mended by Mr. Thomas.
And Zurita?
Jack has his parachute mended.
Who was correct? Who was correct?
Sebastian.
Okay. Very well, Sebastian. Congratulations. You are doing it really well. Excellent. Now, identify the mistakes that you have here. Yeah? Look at this part again. Who is the person who performs the action? Well, who is receiving the action? Who? Jack, right? Then you have to say, Jack mended. Is in present or is in past, students? Present or past?
Past.
Past.
Past. So the verb has to be in past. Jack had. Now, what is the object?
The parachute.
Exactly. Had. Who belongs this?
To Jack.
That's why you have to use his parachute. Now, the verb is going to be now into the past participle, right? This is a regular verb, so it's going to be the same. And that's it. Now, please, students, write down number 3. Well, tell me everybody speaking. You can do it in speaking. Come on. Read number 3, Laura, and everybody is going to help you to answer this, please.
The cleaner is cleaning the house for them.
Okay, for them. Tell me everybody, what is the subject?
The subject is the house.
Okay. The house is the object, right? Is the object. Tell me the subject that is going to be at the beginning of the sentence.
They.
They. Okay. They. What more else? Look
They
at
are having.
Yeah, continue. Yes.
They are having his house. Cleaned.
Cleaned, yeah, very well, because the verb is going to be into the past participle. Excellent. So you have here them. It is going to be the subject pronoun.